Metro Atlanta. It's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
Welcome in, gang. What's cracking on a Thursday? It is A-Bomb. And we're about to bring you some NBA action on this Thursday night. It's been a few days. We have the Utah Jazz at the Atlanta Hawks. This one is taking place in Atlanta in State Farm Arena. This game is getting underway in just a few moments, but we've got just enough time to run down a couple of things here. So we'll start with the Hawks and their 24-48 record. They have been officially eliminated from the playoffs as of earlier this week, so no chance for that. And we are the 5th worst team. Is that right? Yeah. There are 4 teams worse than us. And so maybe if we can lose just a few more games, we might position ourselves to possibly pick up one of those coveted Duke players. We'll see about that. So the Hawks with their 24-48 record. That is 12th place in the Eastern Conference, and it is Coach Lloyd Pierce in charge of the Atlanta Hawks. For the visiting Utah Jazz, they are 42-29. They are in 5th place in the West, well within the playoff hunt, and Quinn Snyder is their head coach with their 42-29 record. Looks like the players are coming out on the field. So we're going to take or on the court, that is. We're going to take just a quick break, and we'll be right back with the opening tip right after this. You're watching Coast to Coast with A-Bomb. Be right back. All right, let's get this thing started. We're about to tip off. Jazz wearing some green uniforms. Don't remember ever seeing that before. But every team has like 25 different uniform combinations these days. So we're getting set for the tip-off. We have Taurean Prince, John Collins, Dwayne Dedman, Kevin Huerter, and Trae Young all starting tonight for Atlanta. And, of course, March Madness is well underway today, and we're going to let you know any scores that you might need to know about with that. And we are underway, and the Jazz control the tip. First quarter brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And we have the Hawks and Taurean Prince with a jump shot for 2 points. Glad you could be with us on a Thursday. It's been a few days. Nice to put the cans back on and jump here in the hot seat. And we have a tie game at 2. And let's take a look, shall we, at some of the scores in the NCAA tournament. Kevin Huerter misses his jump shot. So we did have a slight upset. We had a number 10 seed, Minnesota, beating up on number 7 seed, Louisville. That final was 86-96. LSU and Yale had a close one. LSU did pull that out, 79-74. John Collins steals the ball away. It's still 2-2. Auburn in a barn burner with New Mexico State. 78-77 was your final with Auburn on top. Florida State over UVM. And Jazz are now up 4-2. Maryland escaped Belmont in a close one, 79-77. And we show that, well, there's just too many scores to go over right now, but we'll let you know if you need to know about any upset alerts. Don't see any that are happening at this particular moment. And so Rubio scores 2 for Utah. Make it 2, Utah. And is now 6-2 Jazz. Taurean Prince for 3. It's good from the corner. Joe Ingles gets in on the scoring action. It's 9-5, Utah up. Let's see if we can make the scoreboard a little cleaner. Dwayne Dedman for 3. It's good. Offensive foul against the Jazz. All right, let's get a better scoreboard, shall we? Bear with me while I do a little housekeeping. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Much better. Donovan Mitchell with 6 seconds to shoot. Air ball. And the Hawks come away with it. Kevin Huerter grabs the rebound. And then his pass is stolen away by the Jazz. Rubio for three, no good. Hawks rebound. John Collins over to Dedmon, over to Trae Young. Now Trae with it. Over to John Collins. His jumper in and out. Rebound, Utah. Rubio no good, and the Hawks come away with the rebound. Taurean Prince from downtown, it's good. Hawks have lost their last 3 in a row. Hawks are up by 2 after that three-pointer. Atlanta 3 for 5 from downtown in the early going. There's a three-pointer for Utah. It is 14-13 Jazz. Trae Young answers for 2 on the other end. 6:47 in the first period. Hawks up by 2 points. Mitchell lays it up and in. And another lead change. And we've got a foul on Utah. And we've got a timeout on the floor. And so it is the first quarter. Hawks and Jazz. Currently the Jazz are up 16-15. Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. I'm A-Bomb, and we have more Hawks basketball on the way. Back in the first period, Jazz 16, Hawks 15, coming off of a timeout. And Trae Young with it. Trae Young, nice floater for two. 17-16 Hawks. Bob Rathbun and Dominique on the call. Go ahead and turn them down and keep it right here. This is your better option. Jazz with 3 to shoot. Shot is up. It's good. And there is a foul on Atlanta. Chance for a 3-point play for Mitchell and the Jazz. Hey, Braves fans, we are 1 week away exactly from opening day. That's next Thursday. Game is 3:05 p.m. Eastern. And if you like Braves reaction and you want a second screen experience, this is it right here. Go ahead and like and subscribe to this show. And you will get one hell of a reaction experience. Okay, so Taurean Prince with it. Dribbles, passes off to John Collins, who puts it up, and that's short. Rebound Jazz. Vince Carter in the game for the Hawks. Oh, nice dribble from Trae Young and a reverse layup. Crowd loving that. Hell of a play. Tricky dribble through the legs. Reverse layup, and it is now tied at 19. There's Rubio. No good. And out of bounds to Atlanta. We have just under 5 minutes to go in the opening period from State Farm Arena in downtown Atlanta. If you're curious where I'm coming from, I'm about half hour away from all the action, way out in the suburbs. And so we're still tied, under 5, and Trae Young has the ball. And he is taking a 3, and it is no good. Rebound, Kyle Korver, former Hawk. Up for 3, and good. That one is number 45 for Utah. Both teams 3 for 6 from downtown. Trae Young drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Jazz. I keep wanting to say rebound, Seattle. These look like the old Sonics uniforms. Hope you are doing well on this Thursday. And there's Vince Carter grabbing the rebound, driving with it. Hands off to Trae, back to Vince Young, Vince Carter that is, and there's a whistle. And so Vince Carter is fouled. Not sure if it's a shooting foul or not. Stay tuned. It is, in fact, a shooting foul. First one, in and out. Bazemore checks in for the Hawks. Under 4 minutes to go. And the second one is good. 22-20, Jazz on top. Korver thought about a 3. Now he hands it off. And it's stolen away by Vince Carter, then stolen right back by Utah, and then stolen away again by Vince Carter. And the Hawks now have possession. Old guys out there showing the young ones how to do it, and then he puts up a 3, and it goes with a guy right in his face. Quinn Snyder, the Jazz coach, says, timeout. So, we will take a timeout. We're going to be right back after this. It is Utah. It is Atlanta. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast. Be right back after this commercial timeout. See you right then. Donovan Mitchell leading all scorers. He has 10 points so far for Utah. Taurean Prince leads the Hawks with 8 points. All right, so Utah with the ball, down by a point. And we have 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Stolen away by Atlanta. There's Bembry over to Alex Len. Back to Bembry. Spins in the lane. Puts it up. No good, but Alex Len there to tip it in. Hawks by 3. 2:43 in the first. Kyle Korver passes. And that one rolls around the rim and in for Utah. Hawks up 25-24. 2.5 minutes to go. First period. It is A-Bomb coast to coast. 8 o'clock on a Thursday night on the East Coast. It is quitting time on the West Coast. Alex Len misses his layup, but he is fouled in the process. And so Alex Len at the line to shoot 66% from the line. First one goes. Second one, no good. It's 26-24, Atlanta on top. There is Crowder in the game from Villa Rica, Georgia. Over to Korver. 4 seconds to shoot. 1 second to shoot. Shot is up, no good, but then the tip goes. Derek Favors with that putback. And we're tied at 26. Bazemore gets rejected and taken away by Utah. Kyle Korver wide open for 3, but there was a whistle prior to the shot. And Bembry whistled for a foul. And so this one is going to be inbounded by Utah. Side out of bounds. All right, so here we go. A minute and a half left. Tied at 26. Utah, and a layup goes. Alex Len for 3. Short. Rebound. Kyle Korver. Korver for 3 from the side. No good. Rebound Hawks. Under a minute. There's Bazemore. Ugly shot. Nothing but glass. And then a nice lob and alley-oop attempt on the other end for Utah. That doesn't go, and the Hawks get it right back with 38 seconds. Bazemore for 3 from the side. This one goes. 29-28. Hawks up by 1. Thanks for being here on this Thursday night. Most of the basketball world attention is on college, but we thought we'd bring you a Hawks game. And so we've got a jump ball between Vince Carter and Nito, who is about a foot shorter than Vince. Let us know where you're watching tonight. Hit us up in the chat. And here comes that jump ball. And let's see if the taller guy wins it. And he does easily. Atlanta controls it with 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. Hawks up by a point. Eight seconds left. Bazemore with it. 2 seconds left. Bazemore gets fouled with 1.6. I think Utah had 1 to give. And Hawks will inbound with 1.6. Just enough time to get off a shot. There it is. Alex Len, his 3 gets rejected at the buzzer. And that is the end of the first period, where the Hawks are up 29-28 on the Jazz. Thanks for being here on a Thursday night. This is A-Bomb. Your show is Coast to Coast. We'll be back for the second period right after this. Stay tuned. back for the second period. You're watching Coast to Coast. And we are underway with the Hawks with the ball to start the second period. Anybody out there, let me know if there's any upsets going on in the tournament right now. Feel free to let us know in the chat box. And there's Utah for 3, missing that one. That was an air ball. It is halftime with the Florida Gators up 37-28 over Nevada. And we'll bring you the full treasurehunt.ga scoreboard as time permits. And the Hawks hit a shot, and they're up by 4. It is 32-28. Crowder is going to the line to shoot 2. Go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. You know where to find me there, at abomb98. All right. So, first of 2 goes for Crowder. And here comes the second of 2. It is good. Anderson for 3. That goes. Hawks up by 5. Atlanta 7 for 12 from downtown. And now we've got a whistle on the other end, and there is a foul against Atlanta, not a shooting foul. All right, so Utah with 14 to shoot. Neto for 3. It goes. It's 35-33 Hawks. And there is Bazemore off the glass. No good. Alex Len put back. It goes after the second attempt. Crowder puts up another 3. That one's no good, and the Hawks rebound. Alex Len for 3. It goes. Nothing but nylon. It's 40-33 Hawks. Favors, layup, misses, and the Hawks with a rebound. 9.5 minutes to go. There's Justin Anderson. Off the glass, no good. Tip in, no good. And rebound Jazz. Hopefully the Bone Crusher will make an appearance. So there he is. And let's thank everybody on Facebook Live for picking up our simulcast. Welcome aboard, Facebook. It is Hawks 40, Jazz 33. We are in the second period with 9 minutes and 10 seconds. This game coming to you from Atlanta and State Farm Arena. And there's Derek Favors at the line, shooting 2 for Utah. And his shot goes. Coming up at halftime, we will bring you the Jim Rome Show from earlier today. Thabo Sefolosha checks in, former Atlanta Hawk. Part of the Hawks' 60-win team from a few years back. And here's Favors. The second one goes. He makes both, and it is the Jazz down by 5 now. There's Kevin Huerter in the lane. That one rolls in, off the rim and in. Good. And it's 42-35 Atlanta. Let us know if we owe anybody a shout-out on Facebook. And anybody watching on Facebook, we invite you to come over to YouTube and like and subscribe over here. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Utah with 8 seconds to shoot. Thabo with it. 2 seconds. The shot is up. It's no good. And the rebound to the Hawks. And we invite anybody to let us know if there's an upset alert in the NCAA tournament. You know, hit us up on the chat here on YouTube or on Facebook Live. Ingles for 3 for the Jazz. It goes. It's now a 2-point game. Hawks up 42-40. 7 minutes and 35 seconds in the second period. And we have a whistle. And so Trae Young getting set to inbound the ball. And so Trae Young now with the ball. There's Dedmon for 3. It's good. Lots of threes going in for the Hawks in the first period and the first half. In fact, 9 for 14 are the Hawks from downtown. And now the Jazz hit a 2-pointer. It's 45-42. Joe Ingles from Australia, 4 for 4, shooting for Utah. Taurean Prince from way downtown. It goes. It's 48-42 Atlanta. Will there be a timeout called here? There will not. Mitchell, bad shot, gets rejected by the bottom of the backboard. And now we have a timeout on the floor. It's the Hawks 48, the Jazz 42. I'm A-Bomb. Coast to Coast will be right back on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Attention Braves fans, opening day is 1 week from today, and I'll be right here for it, 3:05 Eastern. That's when all the festivities get underway, and we will have it for you right here on my channel. And so 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Hawks with lots of three-pointers dropping in tonight, and they have a 6-point lead. And they have the ball. Here's Trae Young. Over to John Collins, wide open for three, short, and rebound Jazz. And then we've got a whistle on the rebound. And that whistle is on Utah. Cephalosha commits that foul. Quinn Snyder, the coach for the Utah Jazz, if you remember, he was a big-time college coach about 15 or so years ago. Still has that crazy hair. Kevin Huerter from way downtown, nothing but glass. That was awful. And then the Hawks got the rebound. But Quinn Snyder still has like a frat boy haircut, and he's got to be 55 years old. So not sure what this whistle is for. Apparently there's a question of whether or not we just had a shot clock violation. Did the ball hit the rim, or was it an air ball? Okay, so Kevin Huerter's shot was an air ball, but it accidentally reset the shot clock, and now the officials are saying, hold everything. Okay, so it's simply a shot clock violation on Atlanta, and anything that happened after that point is not valid. All right, so after that excitement, we're ready to go. Taurean Prince leads the Hawks with 11 points tonight. And Utah with 2 players with 10. We've got Ingles and Mitchell both in double figures. And now we've got another whistle. That one is on John Collins. Here's a quick update on Buddy. In case you're wondering, in case you follow the show, you may know that my cat, my 14-year-old cat, went blind a few days ago. I mean, and it happened really fast over the course of about 10 days. I'm here to report that he's doing well today. Each day he gets a little bit better. When I came home from work, he was already up and about. I'm not sure exactly what he was up to, but this time he was not asleep when I came home, so that was really good. And now it is out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Hawks. We have 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. Kevin Huerter drives the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound John Collins, up and in. 5 to go, and the Hawks are up by 8. Glad to have a nice audience tonight on Facebook and right here on YouTube. And there is a steal by Atlanta. And then it's stolen away by Utah. Rubio, jumper, no good. Rebound. Hawks, Trae Young with it. 4.5 to go in the period. Trae Young's shot no good, but Dwayne Dedmon cleans it up. Hawks are up by 10. And Quinn Snyder and the Utah Jazz have seen enough, and there's a timeout on the floor. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast, and we'll be right back after this with more NBA action for you. Crusher, let us know, once again, are there any upsets? Do we need to be on upset alert for anything going on in the big tournament? We had one upset already today, not a major one. It was a 10 over a 7. And that was Minnesota 86 and Louisville 76. Gonzaga all over whoever I guess Fairleigh Dickinson. Gonzaga 53, Fairleigh Dickinson 17. That one is in halftime. And so here we are with 4:17 remaining first half. There's Taurean Prince for a 3. That one's no good. Rebound Jazz. 4 minutes to go. Ingles for 3. No good for the Australian. Here he goes again. Let's try it again for 3. That time it goes from the exact same spot. Hawks up by 6 with 3:40 to go. John Collins over to Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter takes a 3, and it's good. That was a step-back 3. Not an easy shot, and the Hawks back up by 9 points. There's Utah for 3. It is good. 55-49 Hawks with 3 minutes to go in the half. We've got Jim Rome coming up. I'm not sure. He might be on vacation today. Not sure about that. We'll bring you whatever. If it's Rome, we'll bring you him. If it's a fill-in, we'll bring you that too. 2:42 left. And the Hawks have an 8-point lead. And it looked like, for a second, it looked like the Hawks blocked a shot, but instead John Collins is whistled for the contact. All right, so Utah at the line to shoot 2. First one goes. Substitutions. We have Dedmon checking in. Vince Carter is on the floor for the Hawks for the last 2.5 minutes. And second free throw is up and in. 57-51. Dwayne Dedmon for 3. Good. 60-51 Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon, 11 points and 3 for 3 from downtown for the big man. And ball stolen away by the Hawks. Fast break. Over to Trae Young for 3. No good. And that one goes to the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell up and in for 2. Hawks up by 7. Minute and a half to go. And here is Kevin Huerter with a tricky dribble. Takes it down low, drives and penetrates. Good effort, but it did not go. And now Kevin Huerter's been whistled for a foul of the non-shooting variety. Oops, I think the Jazz are in the bonus. Let's check that. And, in fact, they are in the bonus. And so Utah at the line to shoot 2 with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining first half. Crusher, thanks for being on board. And cracking necks down in the box. Hopefully we get a little activity there. So the second of 2 misses. Hawks are up by 6 points, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Trae Young, nice pass down to Taurean Prince for the layup. Hawks up 8. And that's 13 for Taurean. Ten seconds to shoot for Utah. There's the shot, or at least an alley-oop attempt. That didn't go. 1 second to shoot, and that is no good. Hawks rebound, 36 seconds in the half. And then Trae Young gets fouled. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2, I believe. Let's make sure that's correct. And that was incorrect. It is not a shooting foul. And here we go. There's the inbounds. Hawks with 17 seconds to shoot. And now a foul has been committed by the Utah Jazz. It is Trae Young. And it looks like Trae will go to the line. And that's correct. He will go to the line to shoot 2 with 29 seconds to go. First one for Trae is good. Second one misses. .23 seconds left. There's about a 6-second differential on the two clocks. Go Hawks indeed. Good to see MLB games. And the Hawks steal it away. 4 seconds to go. Trae Young puts it up and in. Hawks up by 11 with 1 second to go. And that's how the half ends. So that was exciting. That was cool. However, wait a second. Maybe that's not the end of the half. It looked like there might have been a foul with like half a second to go. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what the call is. All right, Highlands or die. Yes, I would appreciate any shout out that I can, that I can get from this crew. Thank you. And so they're talking over to see exactly what is going to happen with this possible foul. Okay, so 0.4 seconds have been put back on the clock. And so I guess Utah is about to inbound it with 0.4. Let's see if that's what's about to go down. All right. So here we go. Hawks with it with 0.4. Okay, that was a little bit confusing. And there's Vince Carter. And he puts up a long three-point attempt. It does not go. Guten Tag. Indeed. So it is now halftime in Atlanta. And the Hawks are up on the Utah Jazz. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast. Let's send you over right now to CBS Sports Radio and the Jim Rome Show from earlier today, back in the third period.
I played a long time in the NFL, and now I talk about it 3 times a week on the Deceptively Fast podcast. I bring you the biggest football stories in a lighthearted but in-depth manner, but also the world of health and fitness and a bunch of interviews with successful people from all walks of life. You're going to hear from current players and coaches, as well as my former teammates and experts from the national
Who cares
media.
about whoever this is?
Subscribe today. It's the Deceptively Fast podcast on radio.com.
Yeah.
On CBS Sports Radio.
What an awesome day this is. Welcome to the jungle. My name is Jim Rome. The program today brought to you by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Rocket Mortgage is with you every step of the way to provide a seamless mortgage experience. It is a tremendous Thursday. What's going on? Glad to have you here. I wonder how you're spending your day. In fact, go ahead, let me know. How you setting this thing up? Where are you posted up? Where are you posted up? Are you at home? Are you on your couch? Are you in a bar? Where are you watching tournament action? We've got our bracket alert ready for you already. Are you in your cubicle? Where are you checking it out? Big time day. Hit me up right now. Telephone number is 1-800-636-8686. How are your brackets so far? Have you dealt with Bracket Guy yet? Have you made any money? Are you doing well? 1-800-636-8686. Follow me on Twitter at Jim Rome. Email me at Rome, R-O-M-E, at Habitate.com. All right, so lots to get to. Obviously, the NCAA tournament, my thoughts on that. Major showdown last night in the Eastern Conference. I'm going to get there in a minute. Coming up next segment, a forward for the Houston Rockets. I'm all about P.J. Tucker. Back in the jungle. P.J. Tucker coming up next segment. Top of hour number 2, we talked to the head basketball coach at Northern Kentucky, John Brannon. I want to reiterate this point. I was talking to my man Dan Silio on 97.3 The Fan this morning. We talked about the NCAA tournament. I said it's my favorite event in all sports for 2 reasons. Number 1, the knockout format. The format's brilliant. Number 2, you've got all these players, all these coaches, all these teams that you know nothing about. And something amazing happens every single day. And we're trying to introduce you to as many of them as we possibly can. Northern Kentucky head coach John Brannon coming up in hour number 2. Third hour, Iona. Not Ionic. Iona head coach Tim Cluess joins me in hour number 3. And I am tracking tournament action along with you. But I am curious, where are you? How does it feel? Where are you watching it? Where are you posted up? All right, so all of that coming up. 1-800-636-8686. Now, let me start here. The NCAA tournament does open the fire hose today. Today and tomorrow are amazing. So where are you posted up? At your couch, in a sports bar, in a cubicle, crushing the best event in all sports all day long. Because, again, you're going to see teams you've never heard of. You're going to see players you've never seen before. And it's going to be awesome. But, that said, if today is the best day on the sports calendar, there is another one coming up that might be nearly as amazing, nearly as good. And that day is the day that the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers meet in the NBA playoffs. Because, based on what I saw last night, that is going to be one of the saltiest matchups ever. And we, as a people, we need to do everything we can to make that happen. You see, there's nothing in this world, now more than ever, that we can all agree upon, except for that one thing. We need the Celtics and the Sixers in the postseason. So let me get the details of last night's game out of the way. Philadelphia wins 118-115, but that almost doesn't even matter. That's a minor point compared to everything else that went down, because this game had everything. It had Joel Embiid having a monster game. It had Jimmy Butler having a monster fourth quarter. It had Philadelphia coming back from down double digits in the second half. Man, it had so much more. It had Jimmy Butler doing this.
Jimmy Butler with it. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. 10 seconds now to go in the game. Jimmy with the dribble. Jimmy loses it. He almost fell out of bounds. He shoots it. It's good. He made it with under 5 seconds to go. Jimmy Butler has come up huge, and the crowd roars.
Sixers radio. I'm not sure what was more impressive, the shot or the pose, the way he styled it after that shot. Because Butler drains a clutch shot in a near impossible situation, and then he stayed in a crouch admiring it for, well, damn, I think he's still there admiring it. Still now. I mean, that joint was rocking. Again, that's a March game, but that felt like a May game. There are the games that are not supposed to matter, but that one mattered. That one mattered a hell of a lot because it also had this. Roll it.
Ben Simmons near midcourt, and Embiid got knocked down by Smart, and Embiid wants a piece of him. The two of them are nose to nose in the middle of the lane. Embiid took a tough spill near the baseline, and Smart just kind of stood there and watched them fall.
Wow.
I didn't see what precipitated that.
Marcus Smart exploding on Joel, and Twitter damn near exploding with him. Smart shoves Joel from behind and sends him flying. Now, it really depends on where you come out on Marcus Smart. Either you love Marcus Smart or you hate him. Either you think that Marcus Smart is the baddest, toughest dude ever, or you think that he's the cheapest, dirtiest dude ever. And the truth is probably somewhere in between, right? But that was not his best moment, not by a long shot. I'm not going to call it a cheap shot. I don't have to. Joe did it for me. Quote, obviously, I was frustrated because it was a cheap shot. I didn't see it coming. It caught me off guard. But I mean, I really don't want to talk about it. I don't care, end quote. Blindsiding a guy like that is high drama, but it's also, in this case, pretty low rent. It's not something you want to be doing in a situation like that because it got him ejected, and then Philadelphia goes on an 8-0 run. Then again, it's not like that's totally out of character for Smart, as Brad Stevens seemed to acknowledge after the game.
We needed him out there. Don't get it wrong. We love all that Marcus is, and that's part of Marcus is his fire. And as you know, a time or two a year, it gets the best of him. But, you know, this is just a reminder of how important he is, and he knows how we all feel, and he knows we all love him.
Pretty well said. That's the epitome of, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you. You know, that speech we all heard from our parents at some point. And Stevens is right. The Celtics do feed off Smart's fire, but that was way too much fire in that moment. It burned him. But that wasn't even the best stuff from last night. The best stuff was everything that came after the game. Now think about that for a second. That was a great battle on the floor with some amazing moments. But I'm telling you, what happened after the game is even better. And believe me, because in this case, I'm right. What happened after the game was better because these two teams hate each other's guts. There's a definite big brother, little brother thing going on here, and the Celtics have been beating the crap out of little bro for a while now. They bullied the Sixers. They have figured out ways to frustrate Joe. And last night was all about the Sixers finally fighting back and Joe getting over, Joe getting loose. But check the Celtics in the locker room after the game. Marcus Morris was asked about Embiid getting to the line so many times, and his response was, quote, "What's the season series?" And when told the answer that he already knew, the Celtics had won at 3-1, Morris said, quote, "Okay, about time, end quote. Like, about time what? About time Embiid had a big game? He said, no, about time they got to win, about time, end quote. Like, got salt? Yeah, he does. And then there was Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier got loose with this.
Yeah, I thought the confetti was going to drop tonight. No, I did. It was a big win. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but I thought the confetti was dropping tonight.
Man, that is so good. That is so good. I thought the confetti was going to drop tonight in a regular season game. Like, good job, good effort, Junior. You won a regular season game, and you're acting like you just ripped the Larry O. And that's after a clip. There's more. That's after a clip from an interview between Christine Leahy and Rozier dropped earlier this week that had the following exchange. Question. First word that comes to mind when I say Joel Embiid. Rozier. Lame. Lame. And if you think that went unnoticed by Joe, then you don't know Joe. Because Joe knows everything, and Joe hears everything, which is why he went with this in his post-game interview.
Well, I'm glad. First of all, I'm glad we got the win. Second of all, this is one of the best defensive players in the league. And third of all, I've been hearing that these guys can't guard me better than anybody else, so I just have to come out there and show that I'm the most unstoppable player in the league.
How could anybody ever have a problem with that guy? I'm the most unstoppable player in the league. And when you see that stat line, 37 points, 20 of 21 from the line, 22 rebounds, are you going to argue with him? I'm not. But as impressive as those numbers were, they take a distant second to him dropping that, I am the most unstoppable player in the league. And then there was this from Joe, who you know couldn't wait to get to his phone and get to Insta. A post of him celebrating with Terry Rozier in the background and the caption, quote, big time win, hashtag the process. But the best part is not the photo or the caption, it's the location. Location being, quote, Lame Town. Man, this dude is so awesome. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't want a Celtics-Sixers playoff rematch. Man, I need it. I need it, and I need it right now. And I need that thing to go 17 games.
Trust the process?
Trust the process?
I'm the most unstoppable player in the league.
Location, Lame Town? Trust the process?
Trust the process?
Joe, you're the best. I don't play favorites, but Joe's the best. What a great matchup. And the best stuff was after the game. Your thoughts on that? 1-800-636-8686. Where do you come out on Smart? Toughest guy ever or fake tough guy? Or something in between? Toughest guy ever or dirtiest guy ever? Or something in between? All right, on to the NFL. Well, what do you know? Le'Veon Bell finally sat down, did an interview, and said a lot of things, and some of the things that he said sounded exactly like Antonio Brown. In other words, people keep sticking microphones into ex-Steelers' faces, and they keep lighting Ben Roethlisberger up. And Le'Veon Bell did the same thing. I want to break that down. That's coming up a little bit later on. And then there's Bob Kraft. Normally that would lead the program. Y'all remember Bob Kraft, right? Bob Kraft apparently is doing whatever he can to make sure that a video of him and his junk, him and his 77-year-old junk, do not see the light of day. Hey, man, I hope. I'm with you on that, Bob. Like, take whatever side you want on this thing. But does anybody really need to see that? And if it is available, is there anybody who's not going to go looking for that? I'll get there a little bit later on. Where are you today? Where are you watching the tournament? Dear Jim, I can't wait to root for Big Guy, Home Slice, Sport, Chief, and that guy in the tournament today. Drew in West LA. This one says, what up, Rome? No better time of the year. Got my 2 TVs set up. Got you on the speakers. Getting ready to rip up my bracket. Jack in La Habra, currently on vacation. Unwar John in HB. War upsets so I can rip up my bracket. Hey, Jim. March Madness, baby. Tons of things can happen during the long weekend, but if there's any stone cold lock outside of Duke advancing through its first 2 games, it's Hawk failing to get through to the Sweet 16 mile marker on Sunday. Mike in Buffalo helping him. War Bums using the 2-3 zone to defend Bread from Ducks. War Q's over Baylor tonight and Gonzaga on Saturday. Come on now. Gonzaga's got to deal with FDU first. Hey, Rome, one word of advice for anybody looking to avoid their brackets getting all jacked up and gross looking today. As you're enjoying the action, stay far away from corn on the cob, popcorn, licorice, or that big bagel sando. Regards, adults with braces. Thanks, Vadi. That's really helpful. When we return, Houston Rockets forward, PJ Tucker. You've got plans to finally do some work on your car, right? Hood's up, you're ready to go, and you're missing a tool. It's one that you don't have, and frankly, we'll probably never need ever again, but you do need it right now.
Live from Metro Atlanta, it's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
All right, we are still in halftime. The Hawks up 65-54 on the Utah Jazz. And it is A-Bomb Coast to Coast back with ya. Let's give you some of the scores for the first half, and we'll start with the Utah Jazz. It was Donovan Mitchell leading all scores with 16. Ingles for 13. And those are your 2 Utah players in double figures for the Hawks. Taurean Prince with 13, leading the way for Atlanta. Dwayne Dedmon with 11. We had Trae Young with 9 first-half points. John Collins with only 4. Vince Carter with 4. And we also have Bazemore with 6. And there's Alex Len with 8 points. So we are back underway in the third period. So glad you could be with us on the Thursday night edition of Coast to Coast. And Kevin Scher, we do not show the game. We're not allowed to do that. YouTube would shut this channel or at least this live stream down if I started showing the live action. So sorry about that, brah. But we will bring you the live play-by-play. And there's John Collins for 3, in and out. And rebound back to the Utah Jazz. All right, we got a Jazz fan in the house. And John Collins just committed his 4th foul. I assume we're still on Facebook Live as well. Assume they're still picking up our simulcasts. And here is the first of 2 from the line for Utah. And that was an ugly free throw. That one barely caught the rim. Who was that for Utah at the line? Didn't catch who that was. But you know that's a little bit embarrassing. It's Rudy Gobert, and at least it wasn't a complete air ball, but it was pretty damn close. 2nd of 2 from Gobert. That time it goes. And the Hawks are up by 6. Taurean Prince with a left hand, and his layup is no good. And then Rubio for 2. That one's no good. Rebound. Back to the Jazz, and the putback goes. Well, Kevin, to be honest with you, I'm not a big Jazz fan. I really haven't followed the team a lot this year. I'm a Hawks guy, and so that means that these two teams only play, I guess, twice a year, once in each home, you know. And that was one hell of a jam from Donovan Mitchell. One hell of a slam. And so that is going to get a timeout called right now by the Hawks. We'll be right back. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast with you on a Thursday night. Hang tight, and we will be right back for more exciting third period action on Coast to Coast. And that was one hell of a jam by Donovan Mitchell. He now has 20 points for Utah. And Utah is a much better team than Atlanta. And I'm going to probably say, I'll go ahead and go on record and say that Utah is probably going to win this game, regardless of how many points the Hawks might be up now. And it looks like actually it's only 2. So Utah has come storming back. We knew this would happen. And in fact, at this point, we want this to happen. The Hawks have been eliminated from the playoffs. There is no reason that we need to be winning any games right now. while we were still mathematically alive for the playoffs, sure, let's make a run for it. Now we are no longer eligible in any way. And that's a nice play from Trae Young to Dwayne Dedmon for 2. Hawks up by 4. So I'll tell you exactly what I want to see here. I want to see the Hawks put up a good game. And I would like to see the Hawks have the lead until 5 seconds to go, and then Utah wins it on a last-second shot. I'm down with that. How about that? And so a whistle. All right, so Utah and Gobert, first one from the line goes. And here comes the second. In and out. So it is 67-64. Hawks up by 3. There's Trae Young. His signature one-handed floater, and it goes. That's his game, man. That's his shot right there. He hits that one more often than not. We have 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. The Hawks are up by 5, and Utah has the ball. There's the Australian dude. And now with 3 seconds to shoot, there's Gobert in the lane, off the glass, no good, and the Hawks come away with the rebound. Now we have a whistle. And that one is on Rubio. That's his third. And we have a shooting foul. Trae Young at the line to shoot 2. Quinn Snyder does not like the call. Quinn Snyder and his cool hair, man. All right, first one from Trae Young. That one misses. And I bet he hits the second of 2, and he does. And it is Hawks 70, Jazz 64. Glad you are with us. It is just after 9 o'clock, East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West. And you're watching Coast to Coast with A-Bomb. And Taurean Prince has fouled the Aussie. All right, so Jazz inbound with 14 to shoot. There's Donovan Mitchell, floater in the lane. His goes. That's 22 for Donovan. Trae Young misses the shot, but he's fouled. All right, Trae misses another free throw. That's unusual for the rookie known for his shooter's touch. And his second one goes. It's 71-66. Hawks up by 5. 7.5 minutes in the third period. There's Mitchell. Nice move. Donovan Mitchell with 24. Trae Young, three-pointer, no good. And the ball is out of bounds. And who does it belong to? It belongs to, wait for it, the Utah Jazz. Rubio with an and one. And that's on Alex Len, his third foul on the night. How you living? What's cracking? Hit us up in the chat box. Where you at? Where you watching from? Who's your team? Glad to see everybody who's been on board with us so far. Kevin Scher, Highlands or Die. And we need to find out where his show is. I got to check that out. He's got apparently a live reaction thing going on, so we'll make sure to hit that up later, maybe when this game is over. And it's a tie game at 71, and the Hawks with it. No basket. Bembry's shot went in, but the official waves it off. And Jake Crowder checks back in for Utah, and Vince Carter in for the Hawks. All right, so Trae Young inbounds it. And now we've got another whistle, and this game has had a horrible rhythm to it pretty much this entire second half. It seems like we can't go more than about 15 seconds without a whistle. And so Hawks inbound it. 6.5 to go in the third period. And there's Trae Young with his floater. That time it missed. Rebound. And over to Vince Carter for three. No good. That one's short. And it's rebounded by Utah. Good to see the Crusher in the house. And now a Utah three-pointer gives them a 3-point lead. Utah 8 for 19 from downtown. And it looks like Atlanta's 12 for 25 from deep. And we've got another foul. This time it's on Donovan Mitchell, his first. All right, Trae Young hits his first from the line. First of two. And the Hawks are up. I'm sorry, the Hawks are down by 2 points. And here's Trae Young for the second. That one goes. He has 15 on the night. And it is a 1-point Jazz advantage with 6 minutes to go in the third period. No good. And the Hawks get the rebound. Trae Young tries to drive it in, but he's rejected by the glass. And it's back to Utah. And Utah with the ball and a 1-point lead, and now somebody went out of bounds. Or was it a foul? It was, in fact, a foul on Alex Len. That's his fourth. For the big man. And first of two, it goes for Utah. And once again, Crusher, if you can let us know, do we have any upset alerts going on in the NCAA tourney? I will certainly check the treasurehunt.ga scoreboard here in just a few moments myself. And we'll see what we've got for you. And we've got an illegal screen on the Hawks. All right, so Jazz up by 3 with the ball. There's Donovan Mitchell dropping one. And that is 26 by my count. And the Jazz are now up by 5. Bembry. Over to Dedmon. Over to Bazemore. He puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebound. Jazz. Under 5 to go in the third period. We got a whistle. And an offensive foul on Utah. That is a turnover for the Jazz. And ball's out of bounds. That one's going to belong to Utah. Again, make it to Utah. Isn't that the line from Point Break? There's some kind of line about Utah or 2. I can't remember what that was all about. If you know the exact line, hit us up. Okay, there's Kyle Korver on the floor. Puts up a rare 2-point attempt, and it goes. And Jazz up by 7, 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third. Mitchell, another floater in the lane. It goes. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Let's step aside for just a moment. It's the Jazz up by 9 over the Hawks. You're watching A-Bomb Coast to Coast on a Thursday. All right, we're back in the third period, and the Jazz are up by 9. Three and a half minutes to go in the period. There's Vince Carter. Gets fouled on the way up. Shot does not go. He's going to the line to shoot two. 42-year-old Vince Carter. If I called him Vince Young, you know, take a drink every time I call him Vince Young. I don't know why I can't shake that. First goes. How are we looking? Do we owe any shout-outs on Facebook? We understand they are simulcasting our stream. And the second one goes for Vince. It is 75. Or I should say it's Jazz 82, Hawks 75. Kyle Korver. Air ball. You don't see that often. And now Bazemore puts up his three, and it goes. It's good. All right, so Donovan Mitchell for two is no good, but somebody committed a foul. And it's Gobert going to the line for two. Let's see if we can get Buddy Cam going. Where is he? There he is. Buddy is my 14-year-old cat who just went blind recently really fast. And he seems to be getting used to it, though, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out on him while I'm doing the play-by-play, and he's, you know, they say that when they go blind, they're able to sort of map out the contour of your floor plan. And so that appears to be what he's doing. He's just, you know, checking everything out, trying to figure out what's where. And then Kyle Korver hits a three. And is Utah 86, the Hawks 80 with 2:12. Okay, Dedmon, somehow the officials did not see him get hit in the head. They did not call a foul, and then Utah scores on the other end. It's 88-80 Jazz. Bazemore, no good, and rebound goes to Utah. Kyle Korver passes it out. Meadow for three, no good. Rebound, Vince Carter. Bays for three, it's good. And it's back to a 5-point game. The Jazz are up. Crowder for three, in and out, no good, but the tip in is good. Jazz 90, Hawks 83. Herter from way downtown, in and out, rebound to the Jazz. Hawks having a really bad third quarter. And now we've got 17 seconds left in this quarter. Big time foul. Kyle Korver was tackled with 13 seconds left, and it appears he will be going to the line to shoot 3. All right, so Kyle Korver at the line. Former Hawk. First is good. All right, Korver. Shot number 2. And it's no good. Hawks with a rebound. 12 seconds left. Third period. 6 seconds. Bazemore for 3. It's good. And so with 3 seconds left, Utah gets up a shot. It's no good. And so it's 91-86. Utah on top as we head to the 4th period on a Thursday night. You're watching A-Bomb coast to coast. Don't you love some Van Halen? Yeah, dog. Okay, so it is now the 4th period. Jazz up 91-86. Donovan Mitchell with 28 points, leading all scores tonight for the Utah Jazz. Vince Carter from Buckhead. That one's no good. 7 seconds to shoot for Utah. And crazy shot goes up, no good, but rebound Utah. Kyle Korver misses his three-pointer, and the Hawks come away with the rebound. Down by 5. Trae Young's shot in the lane is no good. Trae Young just 5 of 15, and 15 points on the night for him. Crowder misses a layup for Utah, and now Bazemore takes a 3. It's no good. And Utah has it. There's Korver for a 2, no good, but rebound Jazz. And then Korver puts up an ugly 3. That one's no good for him. And neither team has hit a field goal in this fourth period. Let's see if Kevin Huerter can be the first, and he is. And so we've got a timeout on the floor with 10 minutes and 8 seconds left from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Let's step aside. A-Bomb's going to take a quick timeout. No Van Halen this time. Let's go with the Grateful Dead. And hope you enjoy this rockin' jam, man. This is my jam. Hot damn. We'll be right back on Coast to Coast. All right, let's see what's going on in the big tournament. Let's see if there's any upsets anybody needs to know about. If you know of an upset alert, let us know by all means right now. Let's check the treasurehunt.ga scoreboard and see what's going on in the NCAA tournament. We have Gonzaga 85, Fairleigh Dickinson 47. That one has 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in regulation. Villanova 50, SMC. Not sure who that is. It's Villanova 50-42 over that team. It's 91-88 here in Atlanta with the Jazz up by 3 and under 10 minutes to go. Earlier, Auburn beat that was New Mexico State. Auburn 78, New Mexico State 77. Florida State 76 over UVM. And those are just a few of the scores. Again, if anybody knows about an upset in the works, let us know right away. And Sop. Good to see ya. And Vince Carter gets point number 7 from the free throw line. The oldest player in the association having another productive night off the bench. Second one is no good, so it is 93-89 Utah. Derek Favors. Layup goes and he is fouled. 3-point opportunity. Oh, you got it, man. Thanks for hanging out. Soup. And so Derek Favors will attempt the 3-point play with his free throw. Here it is. It is good. And he has 13 for Favors. And there's Trae Young putting up a 3. It's good. It's Jazz 96, Hawks 92. 9 minutes to go. Okay, and rebound Vince Carter. And here's Trae Young again. This time he's drives the lane and his pass gets stolen away. O'Neal scores and is fouled and will go to line to shoot 1. Another and 1 opportunity for the Jazz. No money on the game. I'm not getting down on this one. No action on this one. Anybody else? Anybody have some good money? And we want to welcome everybody watching our simulcast on Facebook Live. We have the dual streams going for you on a Thursday. And Vince Carter scores again. Donovan Mitchell with the ball now. Passes off. 3-pointer from the side is no good. Rebound Hawks down by 4 and 8 minutes left. And we really do not want the Hawks to win this game. We've been eliminated from the playoffs. And now it is simply or just a 1-point game. I'm sorry. I missed something. The Hawks just hit a 3. It is a 1-point game. And Quinn Snyder calls a timeout. He wants to talk it over. So we're going to be right back with you on Coast to Coast. This is A-Bomb. Attention, Braves fans. It is 1 week from opening day. That comes at you next Thursday. Game starts at 3 Eastern, so I want you to be right here with me for all of the reaction. And then we know that in the chat box right now, Crusher's hanging. He's going to have the opening home game for you on his channel. And Crusher, if you're around, go ahead and post your link. I know you've even got, like, you've already got that scheduled. So everybody watching here on YouTube Live and Facebook, the Crusher, John Wilson, is also in on the live reaction game. So, you know, make sure to pimp that one, Crusher, and let's get some people on board. All right, so we're back. It is 99-98. Jazz are up by 1 point with 7 and change left. And now ball out of bounds to Atlanta. Do we have any Hawks fans in the house? And there's Alex Len for 3. It's no good. Rebound to the Jazz. 7.5 to go. And it's been an exciting game. Jazz are up by 1. Jazz are up by 3. It's 101-98. Trae Young drives the lane. It's no good. Rebound, Jazz. It's Rubio. Over to Donovan Mitchell. 9 seconds to shoot. There's Rubio for 3. It goes. Jazz 104, Hawks 98. Oh, okay. Is that how it goes? Well, damn, I should have clicked on what's his names. I didn't know that. Sorry, Highlands. We'll have to click the dots next time. Rubio drives in, passes it over. There's Donovan Mitchell in the lane for 2, no good. Tip in, no good, and the Hawks come away with it. Hawks are down by 6 points with 6 minutes to go. Taurean Prince drives the lane. No good, out of bounds. And it belongs to Atlanta. We'll definitely have to check out what's his name's channel here as soon as this one is over. Where is he? Highlands or die, yes. Sorry, Highlands, I was too ignorant to figure out how to get to your site, to your channel. Now I got it. This break in the action brought to you by Pizza Hut. And now the Jazz back with it, 104-98. Jazz up with 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Rubio and a crazy alley-oop attempt that doesn't go, but the Jazz got fouled on that. All right, so ball back in play with 5.5 to go in the game. Mitchell misses his attempt, and John Collins grabs the rebound. Kevin Huerter short for a 3. And rebound controlled by Rubio. Fancy behind the back pass down to Favors from Rubio. One hell of a play. One hell of a dime. And it's Jazz 106, Hawks 98 with 5 to go. Alex Len drives the lane and puts up a hook shot that goes 106-100. And here's Rubio on the other end for Utah. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Utah. Once again, are there any tourney upsets to talk about? Let's see. Nothing really to talk about there at this time. Okay, that's good. We can focus on this game. There's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. He has it with 6 seconds to shoot. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Hawks. John Collins with a jam. Nice assist from Trae Young. It's Jazz 106, Hawks 102. Coming up on 4 to go. And now we have a foul on Utah. Crowder commits that one. Let's shout out Nate. D. James in the Philippines. Thanks for joining us from Cebu. Let us hear from you, Cebu, Manila, and all points in between. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's 106-102. Utah up by 4. We're going to be right back after this on Coast to Coast.
Metro Atlanta. It's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
And we're back in the 4th period. And it's a tight one. It is Jazz 106, Hawks 102. 4 minutes and 1 second to go in this one. I want to thank everybody on board. We've got a lot of people watching on YouTube Live. We've got a lot of people watching on Facebook Live. Also, Mark. Let's shout out Mark, who made an Angel and Jaden. Welcome on board. And John Collins just hit a 3 for the Hawks. It's Jazz 106, Hawks 105. 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And we've got an exciting one coming down to the wire. There's Donovan Mitchell. This time his shot misses. And it's rebound Hawks. Trae Young, his little floater goes. Hawks take a 1-point lead. Remember, Hawks, we don't necessarily want to win this one. We've been eliminated from the playoffs. We're the 5th worst team in the league, and so let's just think about that. And a missed 3 for Utah. Hawks with the ball. Under 3 minutes to go, and the Hawks with a 1-point advantage. Trae Young's layup misses, and that one's rebounded by Utah. Fast break, and a layup on the other end is good. It's 108 to 107. The Jazz back up by a point. Go Hawks, but you know we might not necessarily want to win this. Just saying. And there's Trae Young with the ball. Hawks down by 1. Off to Bembry, and a whistle. Donovan Mitchell has committed a foul. It's been a hell of a game tonight. Great NBA action on a Thursday from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. It's A-Bomb Coast to Coast. I'm coming at you from the suburbs of the ATL, and the ball's inbounded. There's Alex Len, stripped away, but a foul on Utah with 2:10 to go. Hello indeed from Serbia. Welcome in. Always nice to have an international audience on board. And so Alex Len, first from the line, goes. That's 11 points for him on the night. And here comes the second of 2, and this one is up, and it is good. So the Hawks up 109-108, 2:09 left to go in this one. All right then, Rubio up for 2, it's good. And the Jazz go up a point. It's 110-109, under 2 minutes to go. Here's Trae Young. Dribbling around and puts it up, and it rolls in. And a foul to boot. And this crowd is loving it. James Kobe, James Paul, Roy, Darius, Mark, Lutui, and Kenji. Do we have any prayer requests? And that one goes in. Count it, and the foul. So Trae Young at the line. And let's see if he can get the and one, and he does. So the Hawks are up 112-110. 1:43 left. This one's coming down to the wire. Crowder for 3, no good. Hawks rebound. 112-110 Hawks. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Both teams with 2 timeouts each. And now Trae Young at half court. Dribbling, running some clock. 8 seconds to shoot. Over to Dedmon. 5 seconds to shoot. Desperation 3 from Trae Young. No good, but Dedmon controls the rebound. Rejected. Gets it back. And now we've got a whistle. What just happened? Is this another shot clock snafu that the officials messed up? They already messed up one of these earlier on a 24-second violation, and now it looks like they're reviewing another one. Okay, it's a potential goaltending. Okay, I'm sorry. What we thought was a block was possibly a goaltend. So let's see. Dedmon puts up the hook shot. And Dominique says it's a good block. If he says it's a good block, I say it's a good block. Appreciate everybody hanging out for the end of this exciting game between the Hawks and the Jazz. We have 107. The officials are still trying to determine whether it was a goaltend or a legitimate block. Neek already weighed in. Let's see what the officials say. This is taking entirely too long. And just how long is this going to take to review? Welcome to Facebook Live, Roland. Please give us the call on this block and or goaltend. And in fact, it is a goaltend. Neek was wrong. Score 2 for the Hawks. 107 left. Hawks 114, Jazz 110. And I guess since that went the Hawks' way, we'll go ahead and say it was worth the 5 minutes that it took to review that. And so, any moment we'll have actual live basketball for you. Finally, we've got it inbounded. Hawks up by 4 with 1:06 to go. You're watching A-Bomb Coast to Coast on a Thursday night. Make sure to like, subscribe, depending on what platform you're on. And the ball is out of bounds and belongs to the Hawks. Please don't give us another review. And I think, is this a timeout? Did we just get a timeout on the floor? We're going to keep it right here. And guess what? We've got another officials review. Nobody can figure out if this was out of bounds on Atlanta or Utah. We've had an unusual amount of reviews for an NBA game. And the reason we don't have video is because, frankly, it's not allowed here. It gets you banned, or at the very least gets your stream shut off. We don't want that, right? We wouldn't be able to bring you this incredible play-by-play, radio on steroids, second screen experience if we got booted out of here. So apparently we are nearing another official review. And so Atlanta ends up with it. Atlanta up by 4 with 51 seconds to go. Trae Young quarterbacking for the Hawks. What just happened? And John Collins has somehow committed a foul away from the ball. What the hell was that? The hell was that? So we're going to take a quick timeout. We've got a timeout on the floor. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast. Right back at you after this. All right, we're coming down to the wire. 39 seconds left to go. Let's give a big treasurehunt.ga shout out to Lai, Topher, and Ed Quell. Thanks for being here. And so Utah with it. Down by 4. Rejected by the Hawks. And it's out of bounds to Atlanta. 33 seconds left. The Hawks up by 4 with the ball. Big defense. And that was Dedmon with a block. Way to go, Double D. All right, do we have another timeout? We do not. Hawks with the ball, up by 4. Trae Young with it. Is somebody going to foul him? Well, they were trying to, but it's a loose ball. Utah gets it, rejected by Dedmon. And an alley-oop goes up and in for Utah. It is a 2-point game. Hawks are up by 2. We've got a quick timeout with 19 seconds to go. We're going to step aside one more time and be right back with you in just a few moments with A-Bomb. Don't go anywhere. Okay then, 19 seconds to go. Hawks up 2 points. And we're about to get back underway. So it's Hawks ball. It's inbounded cleanly, 17 to go, and now Trae Young is fouled. Okay, one more timeout to go. Let's step aside for just a quick moment. I will be right back for the exciting conclusion of this basketball game. All right, let's get it on, folks. Hawks out of timeouts. The Jazz with 1. So let's see what happens with 17.1. Vince Carter will inbound it for the Hawks. Everybody on their feet here in State Farm Arena. Ball is inbounded. 14 seconds, and we've got another foul. And who's going to the line this time? Who got fouled? Wait for it. Still don't know. Okay, it's Dedmon. Dwayne Dedmon, double D. First one goes. And the Hawks up by 3 with 14.9. Dedmon, 81% from the line. Really good for a big man. And here comes the second. This would be big. And it is good. So it is big. It's a 4-point lead for the Hawks. 14 to go. Utah with it. And that was Donovan Mitchell laying it in for 2. Hawks up by 2. And now another foul. This time it's Dedmon once again. We'll see if he can repeat what he just did a moment ago. He just hit 2 from the line. Can he do it again? Jazz with 1 timeout. Here's the first. It does not go. So the Hawks up by 2. 1 more from the line from Dedmon. .2 seconds left. And here it comes. It's good. So it's a 3-point game. Utah calls its final timeout. We're going to step away one final time. We'll be right back for what we promise to be the exciting conclusion of this one. There is no other way it can go down unless it goes to overtime. Stay with us and find out. So do the Hawks want a foul right here? That's the question. They do have a foul to give. And we don't want a 3 from Utah to win it, right? So the foul. Do we give the foul? I'm going to say yes. That's what's going to happen. Now, again, if you're a Hawks fan, you probably want to lose this game. We've been eliminated from the playoffs. There's no advantage to winning this game when it comes to our draft position and trying to get one of those Duke players, right? So with 6.2, Utah is going to inbound on their side of the court, on their side of the half-court line. And so here we go. It's inbounded. Kyle Korver up for 3. He's fouled. So is he going to shoot 3? And he was right near the line. I mean, what is now the officials are going to have to discuss this. How many close plays can you have in one quarter? And Kyle Korver is, in fact, standing on the line. So that's going to be 2, the way I see it. Kyle Korver will go to line to shoot 2. And there are 5.8 seconds to go in this one. Kyle Korver, 85% from the stripe. And anybody who has money on this one, like I think Zyle does, if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody's got money on this one. Let's see how it works out. So it's Kyle Korver going to the line. We know how good of a shooter he is. And there's talk about possibly missing one intentionally. I mean, what the hell? What are we going to see here? And so here's the first. It's no good. He misses the first. Kyle Korver missed a free throw. You do not see that often. All right, so now he's going to have to intentionally miss this one. Jazz are going to have to get the rebound and then kick it out for 3. Let's see if they can do that in 6.2 seconds. Here it is. Okay, he missed it. Good job on that. Here's the 3. Good opportunity, good try, but it's no good. And the Hawks win the game. Wow. They executed that to perfection almost. Almost. Kyle Korver missed it perfectly. Somebody got it for a 3, and it hit rim. I mean, that was a great effort. And the Hawks come up on top. Your final score from Atlanta. Hawks 117, Jazz 114. Let's check to see who your big scores are for tonight. Leading everybody was Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. He had 34 points. Rubio, 17. Favors, 15. Ingles, 13. And on the Hawks side, Trae Young led all scores for the Hawks with 23. It was Dwayne Dedmon with 18. It was Vince Carter with 10. How about that? And a couple others in double figures too. Bays with 12. Alex Len with 12. Taurean Prince with 13. Oh, yeah, and let's not forget Double D, Dwayne Dedmon with a big 18 on the night. So, great game from Atlanta. Hawks win this one 117-114. That is your final score, brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. My name is A-Bomb. If you're a Braves fan, make sure to be here 1 week from today. We have all of that action for you at 3:05 Eastern. So for now, I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight, including the Bone Crusher for being right there and cracking necks and cashing checks down in the box. We do appreciate that. Let's give some shout outs to a few random folks. Soup. We've got Kevin Scher. We've got Zyle PFK. We've got Michael DePaz. And everybody watching us also on Facebook Live tonight. So long for now. It is A-Bomb and Coast to Coast. We will see you next time. Peace in the Middle East.